Happy Halloween!
Happy early
Everybody!
Halloween!
Happy
Yay!
Halloween! Yay!
Happy Halloween. I think this is both one of our favorite holidays,
Yes,
but
it is.
it is. And with COVID and pandemic, it's like Halloween's been shut down. But
Yes.
finally, my have a safe Halloween. Hey, Steph, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate everybody that's going to join us. So we appreciate you for joining in.
Yes.
Feel free to share the video, subscribe to our YouTube, join in on the discussion because we definitely have some things to talk about today. Don't be scared. So like I was getting my wig and my eyes in, and my dogs were sleeping, right? And I put all this on. I woke them both up, and they were both like, "What are you doing?" Like they didn't even freak out. They didn't even go like, I figured Tilly would do something.
Nothing. She didn't.
Nah, she didn't.
Wow.
Of all the times she doesn't go crazy, this was one of them that she just said, "Hey, oh well, no big deal,
Wow.
mom. Mom,
And
you're
then
crazy too."
none of my wigs were fitting to put over the mask to make it look like
Yeah.
something. But it's working
Oh,
for me right now with
I
my
love the mask.
hair.
That's mask
Dude,
is great. I remember
yeah,
that.
shout out to my mom's. What's his name? My black owned guy paints these any kind of mask you want. He has an Instagram. I'll share it with everybody later. But he
Yeah.
did this for me and Andre. Shout out to Andre. Had got me one, and I love it because I never really wore it. I wore it one year for Halloween with the
Right.
dress and scarf, but it
Right.
was cool. So shout out to him for doing that again. Yeah.
Thanks. I think it's like a blonde, yes, and maybe I'll have more fun in it. Who
Yeah, yeah.
knows? Maybe
Should color
without the
your hair. You
creepy
never
eyes.
color your hair.
I never do. I used to when I was young. I kind of gave up on it. I don't
I
know.
like to see like you could do brunette or something maybe. I don't know. I
And my
can't
hair
picture
is
it, but
naturally brown. My hair is naturally brown. I just dye it like
that
a
black.
black.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe one
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Whatever. I digress.
We still got so much to talk about on this show. Like,
I know.
we
And
have to get a guest on.
I gotta get prepared before your cutoff too.
Yes,
So
yes, 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 yes. God, I hope I don't cut off on you guys, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize when that happens. I don't know what's going on
I
with
don't know what
doing that.
it is.
It's
It's
so
too
crazy.
funny.
It's so unreal. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know why it
Uh,
does that. It's just so crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even know where to begin today because there was a lot of different crazy topics. I will say that I guess we'll just start off with DK.
Yeah, go ahead, because that was the first one.
I mean, DK, shout out to Let the Ball Bounce is where I first saw the
Yes.
article, and then it got posted on our group. And
Uh-huh.
I there's a link to this, and I don't think this girl is the same girl that's in the video. They don't look alike.
Yeah, they don't
But
look alike at all.
there's a girl in the video who claims that DK messaged her on Instagram, wanted her Snapchat, of course, because Snapchat, you can delete all your messages
Right.
and there's no trace of anything.
Yep.
And he was hitting her up and trying to get, to come. I guess she'd already been there before. And it kind of sounded like this was this week. I don't know what it transpired, but he had blue hair in the videos and the pictures she was screenshotting. So I know it's fairly recent.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd been to his house and she knows his address and she knows that he has no security cameras and that he had lasted 5 minutes the last time and he had convinced her to come out. I don't know how far the drive was, like 3-4 hours. So I can assume this girl is in Seattle. This girl has to be like Portland, somewhere out of the way of Seattle, where she's making this 3-hour drive to go get on DK. And I guess like an hour into it, he tells her, no, you don't need to come. And then he wants her to come back, but he wants to force him.
No.
And
So basically, this is how it goes down because I read another article. Well, that's what we think. Somebody else
okay.
put out an article
Oh, okay.
that puts the pieces together. And if you watch the videos, she literally went out there one other time on a first time meeting, drove out there for 4 hours. The experience lasted 5 minutes. And she did say that on the video. That experience lasted 5 minutes. I'm gonna send it to you. And then the next time that she drove that way, he had hit her up and entertained the thought of her coming. She's like, yeah. He's like, what time do you think you'll be there? She says, 10:30. He's like, a long pause on responding. Then it's like an okay. So I guess she's like an hour out of Seattle or wherever he lives. And she texted him before she even left the house. He never responded. So that should have been red flag number 1.
Hello.
When she said, I'm on my way.
Wait, hang on. Let's back up. Let's back up real quick. Red flag number 1 is you don't have his phone number.
That part. Red flag number 2 is that you hit him up and he doesn't respond back in time and you're already on the road because you didn't get a response. He texts her later on in the drive talking about what time did you say you were coming? She's like 10:30. And so then he pauses again, calls her, and she says in the background it sounded like he was at a bar and there were other people around and all this kind of stuff. So long story short is he was propositioning a foursome with some other people and was canceling her. So he didn't have room for a fifth. So an hour into the drive or an hour out of the city, he tells her, sorry, I possibly have a chance of having a foursome, and it sends an emoji with the crying.
So it wasn't for her to be in a foursome.
Crying. He was already articulating one with another, so he put her to the side. And that's what she put on blast, like how she drove out there the first time and it only lasted 5 minutes. First of all, you played yourself on that one. Let's start with that.
Let's be honest.
Because I'm not going to drive 4 hours for 5 minutes, and yet you entertain the thought to do it again.
And was like, out the shower ready to go. Like, okay,
my thing is, like, you still entertained to go the second time for 5 minutes of the experience, I guess.
So you wanted another 5 minutes? Is that what you wanted?
Well, I think she said when she put him on blast, she thought that him reaching back out about it was him trying to prove his theory wrong, that he's not 5 minutes, that he would probably go longer. But still, that still doesn't warrant a 4-hour drive. I'm sorry.
It's just so funny to me.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I mean, here's the deal. In all my years of young age and being in a town with a bunch of, there's different athletes, I don't think that's ever been a situation. Like, I guess there wasn't social media back then either. So you had people's phone numbers and you were engaging in conversation, and it wasn't all on Snapchat.
I mean, you had correction, you had their beeper numbers, and if they called you back, that's what it was. You know what I mean?
Or they're two-way.
Or whatever. Yeah. But that's what it was. He sent her a crying, laughing emoji with the dead skull saying, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to make it. And this is through the Snapchat message. Yeah, I might be possibly getting into a foursome. So...
See, so she misinterpreted it, almost thinking that he wanted her to be part of it.
Or something. I don't know. But the fact that you still would drive 4 hours for 5 minutes. I mean, that's what you said. That's what she said when she did her video going off with the whole thing. That the first encounter was 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
So the fact that you would even entertain doing that. And that's from the article posted on our girl chat. If you go on that one, read that and look at the videos. Because it's pieced together, making sense.
To figure it all out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Mr. Bill Logan? Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
I guess that's a compliment that we look great. We look great on a regular day. So,
yeah, I guess I got to wear the mask more often.
Dang.
I don't know.
Ow.
It's cool.
What's up, Goose? I know
What's
Thomas
up, Goose? Thank you so much for the support always.
Man, you guys better have a Halloween show on Saturday. I'm telling you, listen.
It's the best thing
you gotta do. And if they don't do it, they suck. So
Donnell's gonna dress like a Braves fan, is my guess.
That's what he did yesterday, I think.
I think that's a Halloween costume he has to wear right now.
I mean,
because we want you to beat these Astros. I don't care about you.
I mean, is that a scary costume? Is that a...
It needs to be scary for the Houston Astros because, they took one of their men out. One of the pitchers got hit with 109 mile per hour basketball. Broke his fibula. He's done for the rest of the series.
Wow.
But he still
that's crazy. How long was he pitching for? He pitched for like 16 pitches or something like that after he got hit, right?
He went to the third inning. Yeah, and got the guy out. Did a strikeout. So he's a beast. That was the passion behind it, but dang.
I couldn't imagine out there pitching. It's you're pushing off of a broken fibula. Nah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Oh, Donnell's at the game in Houston. Okay. Whoa. Good.
Well,
good for you. Yeah, Houston came out big in that bottom of the second, boy.
Yeah.
That's what's fun.
We knew it was gonna do like that. We knew you guys were gonna win game one, and then they said that Houston would play the second one or third one, and then it goes kind of back and forth. But
right.
I want the Braves to win this series. I'm not even tight about you guys taking my Dodgers out. Game well played. Like, I'm not even tight about it. It is what it is. We've had a
Oh,
lot of
Tilly's
issues.
mom asked me to tell you that your Dodgers suck. Basically,
Oh, because she was a Giants
she's a
fan?
Giants fan. And I was like, okay, I will. Sure. She's a diehard Giant. She's been hating on the Giants since, day one. So
Tell her I like Gabe, though.
Oh, we love. Oh,
That-
yeah,
and it-
she knows. We
love
love
Gabe. Is that
Gabe.
any consolation?
Hang on.
Since-
Do we need to bring Gabe back in the picture?
Yes.
Because we
Oh,
can.
God,
Like, that's
Gabe.
not a problem. Can we get more
And
general
it's so-
managers in baseball that look like Gabe? Please?
Right.
Young.
And then the
hot,
crazy thing
single?
about it is every woman on TikTok is like, who is that? I just happened to be watching this series. How did I know this guy was not on the team? How do we not
Right?
know? And how dare you, San Francisco Giants fans, keep Gabe all to yourself? But I understand.
Right.
He's
We've got
gorgeous.
another Braves fan here as well.
Yes,
So,
go Braves.
I think, have you guys seen that map that the memes are showing? It's like all of the United States and then one little orange dot over Houston. Like basically everybody's a Braves fan except for the city of Houston.
Yeah, because they cheated.
Another compliment on your mask there, Mo.
Thank you.
Happy Halloween to all. We are a little
Happy
festive
Halloween.
today, because
Yes.
it is the weekend prior. And just so you know, we turn back clocks on Halloween, but this year it's not happening. That's next weekend. So we get one more week of daylight savings and then
we don't get to fall back on Halloween.
We don't fall back on Halloween. So like it's like ending to the pandemic. Like before we would get that extra hour, and then now it's like, oh, pandemic's over. We're gonna push it up to the next month.
Wow. Okay. What I was gonna ask too, when's Nevada Day? Is it this Friday then?
It's
is it
Friday.
on
So
Monday?
for all of us parents out there, most likely your kids don't have school on Friday. And for all like city and county employees who would work on Friday, we have it off as well. So 4-day weekend.
You got a 4-day weekend. Wow. No
I know.
excuses then, Mel. We're Halloweening.
I know. I'm down. I told you I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. What else was in our hot topic list? So I don't think
Let's talk about Tom Brady real quick. Go ahead.
I don't have a picture for that, but yeah, Tom Brady for sure.
Yes. So
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No, you.
You.
No, so Tom Brady, of course, Mr. Does everything, breaks everything record-wise, and won't ever stop. Got his 600th touchdown pass during the Bucks and Bears game. It was to Mike Evans, who, not realizing it, gave the ball to a fan up there in the end zone. And of course, Tom wants his ball. Like he said, he said he doesn't really keep a lot of the balls and whatever else during those things, but this was obviously a momentous occasion. So they went back to get it back. They were able to get the ball back from the fan, and it sounded like they had made some kind of deal. The deal at first didn't sound great. Like if I was anybody that we know, I'm keeping the ball. We're having negotiations later. Your people talk to my people. We'll make it happen. But it went down. It sounded like he was getting a couple Brady jerseys and like a helmet. Then we come to find out like he's getting 2 signed Brady jerseys, 1 helmet from Tom, as well as a signed Mike Evans jersey.
And cleats.
And cleats. And then he also gets 2 season tickets for the rest of this season and all of next season. But what I didn't realize until I saw Tom on a Sunday night or Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli is that Tom is also giving him a Bitcoin, which currently is like at $62,000.
Yeah, that's not enough. I'm sorry. We're going to have to renegotiate. If I'm a Bucks fan, you're giving me season tickets for the rest of my life in the club section. That's number 1. Club 2 club seats, entire rest of my life, lifelong season ticket holder, club seats for the Bucks going forward. That's number 1. Number 2, Tom and Giselle or somebody's coming over to my house to discuss further negotiations. That ball itself is worth $600,000 possibly. I get it with the Bitcoin thing. That's fine. But he didn't negotiate that well. As a matter of fact, I probably would be on the team plane with them, flying to every single game. Right. I would get Super Bowl tickets for the rest of my life. You're going to write me Tom Brady. You want the ball? Cash me out $1 million personal check, I'll be fine. Because I guess he's a med student. You still got student loans, bro.
I mean, you think
That's not
Tom's really paying $1 million for it though, too?
I mean, if he wants the ball, that sounds like a you problem. Mike Evans gave up that ball. He's got to figure out how to get the ball back. I mean, this is what I'm asking for. Like, we're going to have some.
You problem.
That's a you problem. And so the thing of it is even Jerry Jones tweeted today saying that guy did not play hardball with the.
No.
You've got a ball. First of all, what other quarterback is going to hit this mark in our lifetime?
We're not going to probably see that.
Exactly. So the ball is going to be my precious. I will put it under my stomach like a pregnant belly, pretend I'm a maternity person, and be like, you are not taking my baby just yet. We need to talk.
Well, and the thing is, too, is that what he said in a post interview was, I really didn't even want to sell it. I was just going to keep it. What I want is to do, is it 18 holes of golf? I wanted to go golfing with Tom. Like, that's all you wanted?
Well, I would add that on there, too. There's a list. Like, we could go golfing. 18 rounds. Like I said,
me and Giselle are gonna go shopping, and it's on your tab.
And not to mention, he would be a guest on our show.
Hello.
Like, we would need him bi-weekly to come on, give us a little analysis and
give his little kid voice.
I have a list of things that Tom would have to do, and Mike Evans, because it was his fault. Like, I'm not giving up the ball that easy. But I know the guy. He was probably hyped and excited in the moment.
Of
just
course.
couldn't believe the stuff.
And if you really are like a true fan of him, then I'm sure you're going to be like, yeah, have it. For us, we don't really care. We're like, we want.
No, we're gonna. Yeah, and then they gave him $1,000 to the Buccaneers gift shop. Okay, are you serious right now?
For what?
Like, what's that gonna do? Like, no, you're giving me.
So you get like 4 jerseys, like
right,
things.
4 jerseys.
Okay.
Yeah. If not for nothing, I need my lifelong seats. Like, these seats are willed to me to my entire lifetime too, in the club level. Like, that's not a hard ask.
I was surprised. I'm surprised that it happened right then. Like, I'm sure, of course, they need the ball so that at that point, because it can't be switched, but you can't really negotiate that fast. So I'm glad he at least got what he got. But yeah, it was a little undervalued for sure.
Very undervalued.
Yeah, but maybe he'll get some special surprises every game when he comes, because they know where his season tickets will be. So maybe there'll be extra things hanging out there. They'll upgrade him to a box for certain. Maybe get Super Bowl tickets if the Bucks make it.
I don't know. Even Tom Brady said to the Manning boys on his show, he said the guy really didn't negotiate harder than I expected. Yeah. Like, it was pretty easy. So he even said he played hardball. Like,
well, like how many beers did he already have at this point? Was he intoxicated? We don't know.
I don't know. I think he just hyped up in the moment. But everybody, life lesson. We're excited when you get game balls, but if someone approaches you about, please be hostile with your negotiation. Be hostile with your negotiation.
Everybody knows an attorney. Phone a friend at that point. Yes. Like, hey, let me call my attorney and just
yes,
make sure we're doing this
yes, right. And it's on camera, visible proof that the ball was given to you, so you have legal ground that was a 600.
It is in your possession.
It is in your possession. You did not have to get that ball so fast. I don't care if fans would have tried to say something to me. I'm like, nope, I ain't listening. No. What do you want out of this? What do you want out of this? What do you want out of this?
How can I help you?
How can I help you? Help me to help you. You could throw in a little nugget or something. I'll kick you down, but I'm not going to be bullied in this fan thing, giving up a ball. That's not going to happen till we all get season tickets for life.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I cannot. I can't.
It's too funny,
so it was definitely entertaining, the whole, learning about it.
Mike Evans' face too. He was like, oh, I gave it away.
He looked like he was a kid that just got busted at by his parents.
He was like, oh my God, I gave it away. I gave it away. I didn't know. I gave it away. That sounds like a you problem, sir. That sounds like a you problem.
You better fix that.
Like I said, sounds like a you problem at this point. Listen, I'm so sorry for you. I'd be shrugging my shoulders with the ball tucked up.
I do what you gotta do.
Like, I don't know. What do you want me to do?
Oh man, that's so ridiculous. So crazy. It's so crazy.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, he got.
It wasn't a great deal
for sure.
He did. That was so not a good deal. Yeah, we know what we're missing in life. Right. We know our wants and desires.
I mean, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, it is. Not that hard. We know what we want in life. It was me for
Hey,
Raiders. I'm like, life
Rashad,
already
thanks
took
for
it.
joining.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Shad. Love you. It's true though.
It is. It's
And I got a
hilarious.
friend like Rashad out there who could he's a king of negotiations. He's king of let's settle this in a diplomatic way. I'm gonna tell you what I want.
Right.
We all have these desires. He knows how to play hardball. I bring him right with me.
That's
I'd be
that
riding. They would get
negotiation.
tired. The Buccaneers would get tired of me because I'd be on the team plane, going to the away games, all of that. I'd be like, "Yep, it tickets to the away games."
Yeah.
Yep. I'd be right on that team plane. They're like, "Here she comes. She holding us
Mhm.
up, hauling bags."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I negotiated the other day because, I don't have like regular yard people that come to my house. 'Cause I only get yard maintenance when like the leaves are falling. So right now with the
Uh-huh.
leaves starting to fall, I'm like, oh gosh, I
Yeah.
should probably call somebody. Well, lo and behold, I get somebody at my door like, hey lady, do you want to, get your yard done? And I was like, how much? And he was like $80. I'm like, I'll just call my usual guy, just only do it every once in a while. And he was like, how about $50? I'm like,
There you go.
how you want the money?
Yeah, exactly. Let me Venmo you. Speaking of
Right.
which, my
But
mom
he
doesn't
didn't.
know anything about Venmo. It's so funny. I said,
Well,
"You
I
need Zelle,
finally gave
Venmo."
my mom Venmo because she didn't have a way to, to transfer money back and forth because her bank is not linked to ours. She doesn't know
Yeah.
Zelle at all. And these
Yeah.
guys, the lawn guys, they had no way of they didn't know what PayPal, Zelle, anything was. So I was like, I don't have cat. Do you take checks? Luckily, because I haven't wrote a check in probably 5 years, I found a check and I'm hoping that it still worked because it was like an old address. And I'm like, well, it's still
Cheese
my
and
account number.
rice.
It was the last check in my checkbook. I was like, well, give it a whirl. Let's see what happens.
Let's hope. He'll be coming up at your door if it's not but it should be.
What's up, Arlington? Welcome to the
What's
show. Thanks for
up? What's
tuning
up?
in. And the
Yes.
zone in the house.
Yes, and the WWE wrestling, they're in their costumes tonight. I was watching it earlier.
Oh,
It's
they
so
were?
funny. Yeah, one was dressed like a Ghostbuster. Too cute.
I love that. That's good. So since we're sticking on Halloween a little bit, we can talk about this.
We talked about on the broadcast how you hate candy corn. What's your favorite Halloween
Candy
candy?
corn. I mean, I completely hate candy corn. When I was a kid, gummy bears. Let's see. Gummy bears for sure.
Sour or regular?
The Haribo. It's got to be the Haribo ones. And then the other thing I like is when they used to have the sprees in a box. Outstanding. You have to go to the dollar store to find it, but I do.
Mike wasn't playing. He was not playing. No.
He was like, candy corn. It's just funny. Get shout out to Natasha Gransberg. It's her Astros out there and she's going to games. But she had a whole post. She's been doing these good morning to everybody, and one of those was if anybody loves candy corn. And I just thought hilarious because who does? I hate candy corn. And matter of fact, I don't like a lot of those hard kind of candies anyway, but
it has
I don't know
taste,
too many.
Mel. It has no taste to it to me. What is it?
It looks like it was like, I don't know, like
what's it made out of? It's like, what is it?
It's nasty. I mean, of course it's candy that no one should be eating. It probably is like Twizzlers licorice. Like who eats Twizzlers when there's red kinds?
I've been in candy corn before and it just, I don't know what it is. Like it's sugary, but waxy. I don't know what it is.
Anise, he cannot smile. Mike Leach used to also be the former coach for Washington State Cougars.
Yes.
And he used to actually walk from his house to campus every game or practice. Like he didn't believe like
really,
which was weird, but that's a whole other story. He is.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay.
It's forever gross for sure.
It is forever gross.
And even if it's sugar, it doesn't even taste like good.
Sugar with a waxy, like I literally bit into some candy corn and spit the other end out. Like I just threw it and then I spit the other one like, yeah.
Alicia's welcome to the show. She said she's trying to concentrate, but we're a little scary. Hey,
I'm sorry. It's my mask or your eyes.
Halloween.
It's Halloween.
Watch, I'm gonna show up in costume to lunch.
That'll be funny.
But yeah,
But
so
yeah, I don't like candy
Mike
corn
Leach
at
is
all.
hilarious. And then he went on to even further discuss kind of about just more on his, hate for candy corn and other things that are out there and what other candies you might like. I mean, I think Halloween's good, but I've never been a huge fan of the candy because some of the candy was just gross. Like I would trade my brother. I'd want all the Hershey's, all the Junior Mints, and all the Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
Or Skittles. Anything other than that and M&Ms, I really didn't care. Like take the rest.
The Kit Kats and the M&Ms for me.
Yeah, Kit Kats.
Yeah, none of those Reese's peanut butter cups. I
I
feel like
hate
people would give me
Reese's.
those, and I'm like, why are you doing this to me? My little pumpkin would have
or
that
the
in it,
now and
and I-
laters or any kind of taffy.
See, I love now and laters. I love now and laters. I miss now and
No.
laters. And Mike got excited about the nerds on a rope. They are really good. He got super excited further on in that interview about the nerds. Have you seen those nerds with the rope? He's like, those are actually really good. Yeah, and they are.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when I was in Reno the other weekend, we went to a candy store with my cousin's kids, and it was like Candy-topia. Like I'd never seen this many old and new variations of candy, and I was just like, "Wow, who knew?" But they had like the little lick stick. Remember the little Lick-a-Maids?
Yes.
And all the other pixie sticks.
Yes.
And, all the good sugars.
When you could get that safely off of a Candyman's truck, because we used to have the Candyman come in our neighborhoods and give us
when there was a Candyman.
When there was a Candyman, not the scary Candyman,
not the Halloween scary man.
Yeah.
I won't watch those. No. No.
Now I'm all about the Mexican candy with the Tajim lollipops. Like those are so good. The spice and stuff on them. Yeah, I like.
Well,
those.
you know me. Me and spice don't go hand in hand. Look at Rashad went and Googled the ingredients for candy corn: sugar, butter, corn syrup, powdered sugar, powdered milk, and food color. It might be that powdered milk.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a powdered milk for me. That may not work. It does not taste good.
Ugh. That's so gross.
And it sells. And a lot of people use this as a decorative type of thing, like you do a spread on your plate with other cookies and stuff, and you surround it by candy corn. I really don't want the candy corn touching anything, honestly. Because I feel like that taste will get on.
And I feel like it's always gross because candy corn is out in the open. There's no packages.
There's no packaging. What's been on it? Yeah, it's weird. We're
in COVID now, so now it's people touching anything that hasn't been packaged.
Candy corn, or think of the kids that grab a handful of it and throw it. You know what I mean? Back on the plate. Oh no, I'm good.
So disgusting.
It is. It is. Thanks for looking at the recipe, though, Rashad. I plan on not making any of them, though.
And then also, so last of the hot topics, we had kind of touched on it already, but Monday Night Football, even if you don't watch football that much, the Peyton and Eli show on ESPN2 is hilarious. I mean, you've got not only just their great knowledge of the game of football, we've talked about it before, but it's just that brotherly camaraderie and always one-upping each other or talking down. Like this episode, Eli or Peyton either lost a bet or was just trying to be nice to his brother who had just gotten into the Ole Miss Hall of Fame. So he had an Ole Miss jersey on, which that's not where Peyton went, of course.
Right.
So that was an entertaining first half. They had Marshawn Lynch on, who talked about his shots of Hennessy pregame and had even taken 3 shots of Hennessy prior to the interview. He was on one. There were cuss words flying. I was like, ESPN, ooh, okay, they're letting it go. So it was good to watch.
And they had Sue Bird on there too, right? Like Sue Bird.
Yeah. Well, they also talked to Marshawn. Peyton was like, "Hey, Marshawn, so what do you think about passing on the 1 yard line versus running on the 1 yard line?"
That dig on that Super Bowl play.
Yeah, dug him real good. It's still too early for that. But yeah, so that was good. They did have Sue Bird on. She even talked about how her coming back next year could be nice because of the new arena that they have, because the Kraken now play and they had the whole new arena built, so the Storm will play as well. So she's like, hey, playing in a new arena wouldn't be bad. I could dig that. And of course they talked with Tom Brady, but Sue Bird, because she plays for Seattle, a lot of people were talking about it because she's a Giants fan by heart, because that's what she was raised into as a Giants fan. So we're both suck right now, so it doesn't really matter.
Man, who would have thought? I would have never saw this coming. And the same even with the Chiefs. Not that I'm mad about the Chiefs. It's just that I have Patty Mahomes in my fantasy and it doesn't help. But I think with Patty,
and I had posted this on our group. As long as the Chiefs keep losing, I'm not going to be feeling bad about my team because we have injuries that the Chiefs don't have. Like the fact that you still have your quarterback, all they're really missing is their running back, but you've still got your weapons. I mean, you've got your quarterback. That's all I want is my quarterback back. I almost feel like it's a ploy. Like he's like, listen, this is what's going to happen when you don't have me. Everybody was kind of like, hey, we don't care if he leaves last season. Yeah, we do. We care. We care a lot.
Well, Pete Carroll has acknowledged that he is a factor for your guys' team, and he understands that his winning has a huge responsibility of mostly
him staying
your
there
guy
and being coaching.
Yeah.
Pete was like, I could, if it wasn't for us, I don't think I'd be coaching. Or even
you think
here.
Yeah, you think? Right. At least he acknowledges that and willing to acknowledge that because it is true. You don't say.
So there was a bad weather Sunday Night Football. We had the 49ers and the Colts. Colts beat them, thank God. But it was a terrible rainy storm. Like there was nobody in the stands. There was wind, like high force winds, rain. Well, that storm had moved up to Seattle, and Seattle had similar weather on Monday Night Football.
They did.
And so it just wasn't a good game. I mean, Saints aren't good. We aren't good. This was Geno's time to get over his, his interception, his fumble. And first drive out the box, he throws 84 yards to DK Metcalf. Great touchdown. But that was between him and Tyler Lockett. I think they had 3 passes total. That's not what you're doing with your 2 best wide receivers. You're not giving them 3 passes. And it's not like the Saints the D was incredible. I know DK and what's his face, Lattimore had a lot of back and forth pushing and shoving, which was kind of crazy to watch. But sorry, my contact is a little took a minute to get these suckers in. But, and then of course we know Chris Carson, Rashad Penny had been off the IR or got put back in, but it just wasn't good. It wasn't good. And Pete says he's going to stick with Geno because Geno can, he's managing the game well. And here's the deal. We haven't played nobody. So you're managing the game well against a Saints game that we basically gave the game to you. Between 2 missed field goals, thank you, Myers, you piece of, never mind. 2 missed field goals. One of them for sure was wind. It was a wind issue. You could see that ball just drift off to the side. But the other one was a clear on miss. We could have won the game with just those 2 field goals. But then the last fourth quarter, it's tied 10-10. That last drive of the Saints, there was probably like 3 or 4 penalties that cost us them getting a field goal. We literally, it was 4th and 1 and they had going to kick it, but then there was an offside. They get another touch. It was just, I had to walk. During the fourth quarter, I was walking around my house. I couldn't sit. I couldn't watch. It was
Mel, you've got to know what it is.
I know, but it's like,
can you not, you have to step back and know that without Russell, this is what.
And I get that, but that's my thing is the fact that we're allowing Geno to run this show when we could have gone and picked up Cam, or we could listen. I'm not saying it's a great idea, but I wouldn't be mad if they gave Jacob Eason, the former UW coach, the local Seattleite, who's 6'8", mind you, be able to toss a few balls and just see what happens. At this point, what do we have to lose?
So you want him to rotate each and every quarterback till they get it right till Russell.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, see what he's doing in practice. Maybe give him a half. Like if we're completely up one half or if we're completely down, I don't just give him a shot because
this is what I believe in. I believe in the switch out for you guys. Kind of like the switch out for our game where we have Carr in and they have Mariota come in and play just for the run game to gain yardage or whatever we need to do on certain downs. That's probably what they need to do for you guys too, and not just rely on Geno because he started off hot. But that was a low-scoring game. It was a terribly low-scoring game.
It was a terrible game. But our defense did all right until that last quarter. Our defense was good. I was really impressed with a couple of the rookies that were out there. So it was encouraging to see. And I was glad that, halftime comes, we're down 10-7. However, we should have been up. We missed 2 field goals you should not miss. I mean, granted, there was some wind, but not the way. I mean, he was missing them completely all. It's just terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know about the kicker situation too. So, yeah.
Who you guys got next?
We got Jacksonville. Luckily, we're still home. And then we have a bye week. And then we supposedly get Russell back for week 10. Hopefully. Here's the deal. We go to Green Bay. I know Seattle's going to want to play great for that game, but we've already pretty much lost our chances of playoffs. I don't want Russell to push it just to get to week 10 and then be injured for the rest of the season.
That would suck.
You know what I mean? Because in the slim chance, the Niners or we just breaking news now, JJ Watt is likely out the rest of the year because he has to undergo surgery on his shoulder. So if the Cardinals or the Rams start falling towards the end of the season, maybe it gives us a slight chance. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. My other factor, because you guys know my Sierra conspiracy theories. 2 years ago, Sunday Night Football, we had switched game times, the flex time, and we got a Sunday night game. Well, it was Sierra's birthday on Sunday, and we played in Arizona. So Russell couldn't get back earlier that night to get, do his birthday shenanigans. We lost that game. He rushes back. And then, of course, they post this big birthday hoopla. Russell's not even playing. And he had this big thing for Sierra at the Space Needle, which was beautiful. But, of course, again,
you guys still lost.
Message for her, and then we lost. So we lose with or without him in. As long
around her birthday. Just know that.
Birthday, when they post before the game. Just keep it to post-game posts. You know what I mean?
That is so funny. That is so funny. You're hilarious. You're really hilarious with all of this. Like, I've listened to you for about 15 minutes going off about your team. Because I know you get the text messages. No, don't be. Because I know you get the text messages from people wanting to know your thoughts and how you felt, because I was curious about I know not to text you on those days. I knew to leave you the heck alone. Leave you far away alone. Like, I knew it. Because I watched the end of that game. I was at work. And by the time I got home, it was towards the end of the fourth. And those last few minutes, and I was like, well, I tell Marcus, I was like, well, Saints is my second team, but I don't even like how they're playing. Like, it's not even a good game on their end. And I don't know what they're going to do going forward. Yeah. It's just kind of crazy. But for you guys, the good news is you also have a San Francisco team in your division that has lost some games.
They're struggling.
The problem is you've got an Arizona team that hasn't lost any games. And they've got a Thursday game against Green Bay, which even if Devontae Adams was in, I still think they could beat him. Like, I didn't see that as a non-factor of him.
But they've got Devontae Adams possibly not coming back. We're not sure yet.
But that was a non-factor for the Cardinals anyway. Like,
but they also got Alan Lazard now too. Like, I don't know who he's going to be throwing to.
No.
Who's Rodgers throwing to? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's going to be his tight end. Whoever's got his tight end in fantasy, that to you going in or whatever his name is, he's going to be getting He's
probably going to be getting the looks, and hopefully he can catch.
Man, listen.
But even if Devontae was in, the Cardinals still is the upper hand. Like, this team is, I don't know what's going on with them, but they are balling. And not for nothing, Kyler Murray is doing great, but his yardage and like his pass completion rates are great and all that, but on fantasy, he's not a top earner.
Because he's not. But he does it great for the game. But just like Dak Prescott has been having great games, but he's not getting the best points in fantasy.
Right.
But
this team is undefeated.
But your Raiders, though.
Hey, now let's talk about it.
Put them Eagles down.
But we knew that was going to happen. We had to. We should be 6-1 out here in this beast. But we gave the game away to Chicago. We didn't show up for that one. But we knew that Chicago equivalent with Justin. Poor Justin. Poor Justin Fields.
Well, I got that picture.
We gave him a good run of that. You know what I mean? We let him have that. But
little Justin.
It's
poor little Tink Tink. Poor little Tink Tink.
It's just terrible. It is awfully terrible.
He looks like somebody ate his lunch at the first day of school.
It looks like somebody stole his lunch money for the first day of school. Like, he didn't even get to eat at all.
Bad senior Tom Brady took all his money.
Took all his lunch money. Ganged him for his lunch money. The whole gang ganged him. They chewed him up and spit him out. Like, as soon as he saw that backpack, give up your backpack. As soon as he walked through, give up that backpack. Yeah.
Right. I'll take that.
But for the Eagles, we knew They scored, the Eagles scored off of the first drive of their play, which looked really good. And we knew after that we had to turn it on. And, not for nothing, Derek Carr has been doing amazing and stellar. And we had no Darren Waller in the game. Keep that in mind.
What happened to him?
He had something. I wanted to say it was like a leg or something, but I think he'll be back.
But his replacement had a couple good catches. I saw that.
Oh yeah, Foster Moreau. We knew Foster Moreau was going to be that guy for the day, and did he ball out? He did. So, not for nothing, we have exercised the demon. I hate to say it, but this is what we wanted. This is what we wanted.
Yeah.
From this Raiders team without a Gruden. This is what it would look like if we didn't have Gruden calling plays. The normalcy of the football. Mind you, defense is stepping up. We had a lot of good defensive stops on the other end, which is really good thanks to Max Crosby. But again, offensively, we are running on all cylinders here. And we need to have great looks going forward. And luckily, we have a bye week this week. So we're out. We get to
you're on bye?
Josh
Nice.
Needs to come back. Yeah, we're on bye because Josh Jacobs is still out. So we get Josh Jacobs possibly back.
Watch these guys all going to be in the Halloween parties on the strip. Watch out.
Oh, they better not be.
In full costume so no one can see.
Yeah, we got I need her to not get cocky. We're doing good right now. We got to get our biggest Achilles heel coming back will be that Cincinnati Bengals game. That's going to be the tough one.
Listen, these Bengals, who knew? I had no idea. The Bengals are now 5-2. They beat Baltimore this weekend, 41-17 in Baltimore.
Yes.
Against Lamar. Which again, like we've said before, it's the Lamar. You never know which Lamar you're going to catch that weekend.
Right.
We didn't catch him this last weekend.
Yeah. But Joe Burrow's at the gate for him to be his first year out. Like, he is doing amazing. Poor Trevor.
Yeah.
Poor Trevor. Poor Jalen. Poor Justin. Rookies can't catch him. He's the only one that's actually standing up for the rookie class. Like, I'm the one.
Well, no, because he was last year's rookie class.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. So he's second year in it.
So he's a sophomore.
So he's with Kyler Murray.
Kind of starting to get it.
So he's getting in the draft class with Kyler Murray and all those. So he's doing phenomenal.
But now Zach Wilson, he's injured for the Jets, and they had to go. The Jets had to go trade for Joe Flacco. So Joe Flacco is still alive, number one, and number two is still playing football, which I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I didn't even know he was on the roster active. I didn't even know he was like an active caller.
Well, now he'll be playing for the Jets since Zach Wilson's out for 2 to 4 weeks.
That might be to their benefit, though. He's got experience.
At this point, the Jets can't do any better or do any worse.
Well, it's like the Bears. I mean, the Bears are sitting on a situation where they're still going to roll with Justin Fields over there, but it's his O-line too. Like the
Bears still have a better record than Seattle.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there right now.
Yeah. Well,
it's
and like I said, I'm so happy for my AFC West division just because Pat Mahomes is in the Madden curse finally.
Man, listen, y'all are living the dream right now.
Yes, and you've done these 2 covers of Madden and never had no curse laid upon you. Curse is coming. And it's a double whammy because you did 2 covers. So I'm thinking he's on a Madden curse kind of thing right now. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's going to be interesting. I mean, geez, it's just there's a lot going on. Trade deadline for the NFL is next Tuesday. So we're starting to see a lot of different moves. I know the Texans are continuing to give away their team. Mark Ingram is heading back to St. Louis to the Saints. So that would be interesting. I mean, that's going to only improve the Saints, and he's used to being there just under a different quarterback. But
then they finalized an agreement for Deshaun Watson to go to Miami, but they haven't solidified the terms of what they're getting, but they both have come to the mutual agreement that they're willing to trade him to Miami. And if he comes to Miami, when is he starting? Poor Tua. and
Tua just swears like, this is my team. I have faith that I still got the. Hey, I mean, if you did,
this
they
might
wouldn't
be your
be going
best.
after
This
him.
might be the best thing for you. It might be the best thing for you.
Jeez, I don't know. I mean, I'll take a Tua. Shoot, he could probably do more than Geno Smith can.
You guys just don't have the payroll for to get anybody, and that's the problem too. You just don't have the payroll to have some money on these guys, so you're stuck with your situation. Do you guys have a
Hold
third
on.
option in a quarterback over there? Who else do you guys have?
No. There. I don't even know who the other third person was. Nobody that I can remember the name.
Wow.
Because we had Gino on the bench for 4 years. So what? I
Yeah.
mean, but that's my thing is, why was he the one person on the bench? Like we couldn't have gotten anyone else. Anyone. I don't know what it is about him. Maybe because he was a Jets move. I don't know what it is about Gino, but him as a player just rubs me wrong. I've always has been, always will be. I don't know.
Yeah.
One of those people. Anyway, so there's lots happening in the NFL. Alvin Kamara went off in fantasy and killed my guys' league. I lost. Incredible. Plus, I didn't realize Devontae Adams, I got the update like 45 minutes before the game that he was going to be out. And of course, I woke up early at 7, went back to sleep, and didn't wake up until 10 when the game already started. And Devontae Parker is still in my lineup, so I lost points there.
Jesus.
People,
yeah, I lost last week.
That's why
too.
I hate the worst. They make those changes with like only 1 hour to notice. So make sure set your alarms 9 a.m. You get those final little calls because Saturday he was good to go.
Looking, and I'm like, oh my god! And I couldn't decide if I was going to flex Pat Mahomes or Jimmy Garoppolo. They both were what and what this week, so it wouldn't have mattered if I had put Jimmy in for Pat. They both did horribly, and that was on a return of Garoppolo, which I knew. This ain't gonna make this.
Would they say that Derrick Henry had more passing touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes this weekend?
Yeah, I believe it. The guy threw an interception. He threw an interception.
And Derrick Henry threw a touchdown. Like there was a trick play for the Titans. I mean, you just can't stop this guy. It's ridiculous.
No, you can't. You cannot.
Anyway. Currently the World Series is on, so I'm sure you all are watching. I don't know what the score is. You know what the score is right now?
Let me look and see. Yeah, Braves 2, Astros 7, bottom of the 7th. I think the Astros
are going to take this one.
They got time to come back. There's 2 men on base.
It's possible, but yeah.
I mean, 2 men on base. You got 2 men on base. You got maybe 1 out, I think, right now, or no outs. Oh no, you got 2 outs, 2 men on base. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll see.
It's a great series though. Braves came out hot bats right off the bat yesterday, and because then today Astros came out too.
Yeah, fresh off of kicking our butts. The Houston Astros been resting, so that was kind of inevitable. But now,
and there's this like current discussion again about the Atlanta Braves tomahawk chop because we all know it. They've been talking about it. Well, apparently the Major League Baseball commissioner has not put an end to it yet. He wants to defer it to Atlanta's Native American community. My question is, how much? I mean, I don't know, so I'm not trying to make this personal. But is there a lot of Native American ground in Atlanta?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, from my understanding, there's a lot in like the Pacific Northwest,
right?
And, like,
of course,
Montana, Idaho, the Dakotas. I never hear about a huge Native American population in Georgia. I could be wrong. Please tell me.
I never heard of it either. It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, and doesn't mean that
no, of course.
But I just never heard.
But that's my thing. Is like, why would it only be geared at the Atlanta's Native American community when it should be, based? I would think off of
all indigenous people.
Yeah,
you would think, to make that decision. Yeah, instead of just one sect. Yeah, I get it.
And last in the Major League Baseball news, congrats to Ken Griffey, who is now one of the only former players for the team to have be part of the ownership team for the Mariners. So, as a Mariners fan, as a Ken Griffey longtime fan, that was pretty dope to hear. So,
that's great.
Man. Yes. Okay, so close to Florida. Lots of Native population.
Okay. So the South.
I didn't know. Yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about your Lakers because there was some breaking news that Russell Westbrook got ejected, jawing with Darius.
Yes,
Baisley
I have it on
1.5 seconds left.
When you were talking about your Seahawks, I saw the whole kind of thing go down a little bit.
What is happening with these Lakers?
They're grumpy old men.
And injured old men.
Yeah. I mean, what did I say before the season started? How I was not feeling this whole Lakers thing.
Yeah,
and it's very early though, and it cost an L for us too because OKC ended up beating us. But LeBron is out; he's hurt. AD was suspect before game time decision because he had kind of like a knee-to-knee contact, or thought his his leg was hurting him, so he might not have played today, but he ended up playing by game time. Mel, the thing of it is you got a lot of young players out there that are really good. And
Right.
yes, we are a veteran squad, but we've got to be a veteran squad that can gel and cohesively get it together.
Steph says that you need time to vibe.
Well, how much time do we need?
They've all
Because
been playing together at some point
these guys have all been on different teams. They all know what the expectation is of gelling with each other. Like, vibe how? You had 5 preseason games that you couldn't catch a vibe then? We went 0-5 in those preseason games.
So I just caught the other part of this news. Oklahoma came back from a 26-point comeback with a win over the Lakers.
Yes, like I said, we won. They won. They beat us. Now,
but at 26-point,
yes, because at halftime we were up by 26 points. Listen, who goes into overtime against a Spurs team? We went into overtime against a Spurs team. Listen to me. This is not. I need everybody to take the competitive edge or the competitive look and lens of the Lakers. You need to watch it purely for the entertainment. That's where I'm at now. I'm not about to go into this. Oh, we're gonna do all these big major things. We're gonna playoff contention. We possibly could, but we're not champions. Let's be clear. We're not getting a ring this season. Well, the only way we can get a ring is if all the dominoes fall in our favor. And
you know what I think about too? No, go ahead.
No, I told you early on, this squad is a slip and fall away from somebody needing a surgery or something. Now we already got LeBron resting because this is not really a game for him to step up and play on. Like if it was like, say, another Golden State game, the man probably would have suited up.
It's load management. We're seeing load management.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of load management. You're gonna see the guys get chippy with each other. They're grumpy old men. I mean, you're gonna see this.
They're stuck in their ways. Yeah.
Yes, and you're going against young Tito's that honestly are not intimidated by none of you. So if you get chippy with them, they're going to get chippy right back with you, and thus a scuffle and ejection occurs.
You know what it makes me think about? It makes me think about Squid Games. Remember how they were all preparing? You know how they were preparing to get teams together for what end up being the tug war, but they were trying to pick their teams, and everybody wanted big, bulky guys because those guys are going to be strong. They'll get through it. Well, we watched it. And we saw that wasn't always the case. You didn't have to be big and bulky to win the tug of war. So I feel like this is the Lakers. Every one of these big names, guys that we all know, guys that are going to be, surfing for their next championship or their first championship with team. And now it's like we're kind of in our little.
They're grumpy old men now. I'm watching Grumpy Old Men Part 3. I love the first 2 movies. I'm watching the third now. And again. Even when LeBron was sitting on the bench, John at Cameron Payne telling him to humble himself. It's like an old man telling, the youngsters, like, you need to.
Yeah.
Why's he got to be humble? They're mollywhopping you right now. I'm not listening to you, old man. Step out the way. Get out of my way, old man. That's basically what they're calling them. They're calling them all old men on the court.
Oh,
and it's getting to them.
It's a lot.
But we shall see. I just sit back and watch. I don't expect anything going into these games. It's like people tell me, oh, your Lakers got this. I'm like, maybe. But it took an overtime game for us to win against the Spurs.
To get your first win.
What's going to happen when a healthy Joker comes back? Or we go up against Dame and company? And when we go up
or if you have any injury period, because it's we're seeing that having just one injury is not helping. Having just 2, I mean,
we have no depth in our bench to replace anybody of that caliber. Not to mention Dwight Howard is a liability. You don't know what Dwight you're getting with those purple tips he has in. You don't know what's going to be his mood when he comes on the court. And he's subject to liable to getting fouled out or ejected or any of those things that we see from Dwight Howard. Could be happening again this season. Just whatever, depending on what day, what team, we're going to be entertained. One thing you're going to be sure, it is definitely Showtime Lakers because they are putting on a show. You're definitely going to be entertained this season watching them. That's all I have to go for it.
What you are going to be entertained by is watching the Chicago Bulls, baby.
Yeah, how about that 4-0? You guys are balling.
4-0. This is the first time that's happened since 1996, 97. This is over 25 years that we haven't been 4-0 ever. Yeah. And these are guys, I mean, let's just be clear that Lonzo Ball and even his brother,
Melo.
Which one is it again? LaMelo. Yeah.
Melo.
I get him all. Melo.
Yeah.
they're balling for these. I mean, these guys, for the Hornets, for the Bulls, both of them are incredible. And I think what happened with the Bulls team is they put these players together that have been fun. DeRozan's been awesome. I mean, Levine just surpassed Michael Jordan's all-time three-point list for the Bulls. That's amazing in itself. Not that Jordan was some huge three-point scorer, but
right,
to be topping Michael Jordan as a Bull, like that's all time.
Now you're talking about teams coming together, getting a vibe. That's case in point of team players coming together and
Caruso. This guy is tossing alley-oops. He's dunking. He's this way, that way. Woo!
Is he starting or is he coming off the bench? Is he starting?
I believe he starts. I don't know. I didn't catch it at the beginning of one.
But he's gelling with them instantly. Coming from a Laker team, he's already in the mix of a Bulls team. So why can't our guys
down? He's down. They're all young. They're all ready to, do work.
They're not grumpy old men. They're not grumpy old men.
They're not stuck in their ways.
Yes.
They're ready for change. They're ready to bring change, make change. So they play the Knicks. I mean, granted, I know that they haven't played the most toughest teams for these 4 games, but we'll take it. We'll take the 4-0. They got the Knicks on Thursday. Hopefully make it 5-0. Who knows? I mean, this is something that hasn't been done since.
Are they playing in New York or are they playing in Chicago?
In New York. New York. I think it's New York.
Julius Randle, honey, it's monster over there at the Garden. The Garden ain't,
I know.
But that's going to be a great game. That's going to be a good game.
It'll be a good test.
Contention. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'll take your 4-0. I'm proud of you guys. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I did want to mention before we're going to start, I got to get some things out the way that I've been forgetting about. I didn't put it on here, but I forgot. The Lights, our local soccer team, USL, they have their last home game this Saturday at 7 p.m. Cashman Center. They've got a Halloween contest for the kids at halftime. They've got free tickets to service and hospitality people in the community. So you got to go to Lights FC and look for those links to get your free tickets. But it's the last game of the season, the last home game of the season.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a Saturday night game. I should go. I haven't seen the Lights this whole season.
I haven't.
And what about those Knights? They won last night. They lost when we were there.
So I was there Sunday. You were there Friday. Both lost.
Yeah.
But I will say this. So Sunday I got to go with my girlfriend Sarah, one of her coworkers. I have never sat this close in the Knights game. So I just wanted to share a couple videos real quick. Because I was being able to see the players' faces, like every detail. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So perfect timing. I play some videos and Mo's device is not on. So Mo, if you hear this, it says your device is not connected, just FYI. But yeah, so that was the hockey game. We went on Sunday with the Islanders. We were in a row A, but there was like a little gate part in front of us. I didn't get to actually touch the glass, but it was pretty amazing. Again, I never sat that close in a real professional hockey game. So if anybody out there wants to buy me future tickets and I could be on the glass pounding, let me know because I will gladly accept. Hey, there you are.
Well, I was backstage watching you, but I don't think you saw my camera to know I was backstage.
No, it wasn't on. It said that it had no.
Yeah, because I tapped out and tapped back in while you're playing the video because I figured I was going to cut out eventually. So I was trying to be slick.
Got you.
Trying to be slick.
Well, so the other thing about, I think the Golden Knights are struggling with getting the capacity and all the tickets sold this year. I mean, I think
$45 for the 300s.
The teams are getting, the team is not as great. They're not doing as great so far. So like ways you can move around. So, last game we had Stephanie and Allie were there and they took this picture of me and Sarah. That was us in our seats right there.
Nice. Great seats.
Yes, I know. They were amazing.
Great seats.
It was great. It was a great time. But I didn't get any video of any goals because, of course, we didn't score any that game. It was 2-0. And then at least you got to see some goals for us because yours was like 5-3 on Friday night, right?
Yes, it was. And shout out to the GM for the Silver Knights giving me Tim Spitzer for those tickets because that was really nice of him. And I have to definitely get him on to talk with us. He travels a lot, and he says with the Silver Knights, what they do is that they're playing at the Orleans until their arena's ready. A lot of those players in that division can move up and play and sub for the Knights games too, and play for the Knights when some of their players are down. So maybe that might be an option for them to trade.
Well, that's good because we've got injuries right now.
Yeah. So you might have some Silver Knights out there playing for this team. And I noticed in your game they weren't wearing the gold helmets. We had the gold helmets in our game.
Oh, really?
I like them. Yeah, the metallic gold, too. Beautiful. I love them.
But I also wanted to shout out the Kraken because the Kraken got their first home win last night in the Climate Arena, which is a beautiful place as well. So they actually about the same record as us. We're all 2-4, and they've got one tie. But it was good to see it's good to see the Seattle fans again, getting excited over games because currently we can't get excited about our football team.
Yeah, so you got the Kraken at least. Somebody's got to win out there. It's too depressing in Seattle. You can't be fully depressed with all the teams losing.
Listen.
Not to mention the rain. Jeez, y'all can't win.
I did want to do special girl power. This one goes out to Carly Lloyd. She is from the U.S. Women's National Team. She's 39, okay, and she's retiring, but she's played with them forever. She ended her retirement on a high note and played yesterday in St. Paul with a 6-0 win over South Korea. She's got 2 World Cup titles, a pair of Olympic gold medals. She ranks second in the world for most ever international appearances and having played in 315 career games. Let me repeat that. 315 games. She also has scored 134 goals and is the third most in the history of women, and has the third most in the history of women's team for the U.S. I mean, so
just so you know, too, FYI, our Knights are playing the Stars right now, and they're in overtime because it's a 2-2. Yeah. With 4 minutes and 10 seconds left of the overtime.
Oh, my goodness.
So go Knights, go. We need to win this, Yeah,
we do. And yes, major girl power, Alicia. We love
our
US
is. That was awesome.
Team.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting to some sneaker drops before we get to some picks because it's about that time to rock and roll. So, Mo, can you give us a little description about this one that you sent me?
So Jalen Ramsey decided that he's going to customize his cleats as an homage to Ye, because Kanye changed his name to Ye. Is it Ye? Yeah, Ye.
Lord.
I always want to say Ye
because I'm in the
old English language. No, he wants to be called Ye. We're calling him Ye. That's what it is.
I'm calling him Ye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His mama named him Kanye. Wow. I'm calling Kanye.
Look at these cleats.
But the cleats are very Balenciaga inspired to the jacket that Ye wore during his Donda tour, and then it says Donda reads Donda on the back. It's a very interesting cleat. I just pulled this out because I feel like it should have been like a Halloween type of thing. Maybe he was feeling that for the game.
I mean, did he actually wear them pre-game or I don't even know?
Custom, shout out to them because they're the ones that designed these sneakers for him, and I'm assuming he put them. But the spikes though, they almost give a little dangerous vibe off of it. Yeah.
A little. Yeah, I don't know.
Little hedgehog, little Louboutin kind of element to it with the spikes,
Right.
But it's definitely inspiration to Ye in his Donda tour.
Right.
Jalen Ramsey clearly is a fan. He's like, I love that Balenciaga. Let's do it.
I guess. I mean, maybe you have the jacket to go with. I don't know. That would be like a whole Halloween costume. But the Air Force mid jewel NYC cool grays. I'm not really a big Air Force.
They're ugly.
Fan.
Sorry.
And these look very LA gearish to me.
They look very Walmarty with the Shaq
Yeah.
shoes.
Anyways,
Yeah.
if you do like them, they drop on the 28th of this month. So feel free to go
Terrible.
copy some.
No, it's terrible. That swoosh even looks a little suspect. What the heck is going on with that
If
swoosh?
the Velcro looks suspect, it looks like it
everything looks
literally.
suspect on that shoe. Are you
That's
sure
the
that
ones
shoe
that
is
they're gonna
even
be
an
pushing
official
on
drop?
those websites. You know, like,
that the
hey, I
one-
can get all the, I get all the good, I get all the Jankies and Jordans before they come out. Yeah, I
East
bet
Bay,
you do.
y'all better watch out for East Bay. Don't get those. Don't believe the hype.
Don't believe it. Next up, we've got the Air Force
Ooh.
One Dia de los Muertos Siempre
Yes,
Familia.
I like
These
those.
drop on the 29th. These are
Day of
pretty
the
cute.
Dead, huh?
Dia de los
Yeah.
Muertos. Yes.
Yeah, because Day of the
So these
Dead's
are
coming
pretty
up.
fly.
So yeah, I like
I like all
those.
the different patterns and the
I
details.
like the
of them. They're pretty
Aztec like
nice.
etching in it, and the colorways are really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also we've got a threesome dropping on the 29th. It's all of the LG, the waffle, Sakai
waffles. I love the
undercover.
waffles.
So you've got the black and bright citron,
Yeah.
which is on the 1029. I actually like this colorway.
I like those too.
And then we also have the
those are
midnight
fire, too.
spruce. Oh, I'm sorry.
I
These
like the
ones are.
waffles.
This is the night maroon and the team royal. And then you've got the midnight spruce and university, right? Like these are just.
I like those. I love.
I
the
still like those
They're
orange
fire.
ones the best, but these are nice.
I like
These are nice.
the citrus ones are cool, but I like all the waffles. I'm a big waffle collab person, so anytime I try to get my hands on a pair, they sell out too. They're dope, though.
For sure. And then we also have the Blazer Low 77
Blazers.
This is the coconut milk. They've actually got they've got a lot of fall kind of feels to the
I like
of the
it.
drops coming up.
Suede on the
Blazer
toe.
Lows. There was a Blazer High that was I just didn't get one in time. And then finally we got the women's dunk high, the Next Nature Summit White. So this one obviously is incorporating some, fall vibes into it as well.
And that's not bad for a dunk high. Like I would love to see it as a low.
I like the colors,
but I like the colors.
I like the different, the different textures on it too.
Yeah, different patterns. Yeah,
it's
pretty dope. It almost looks quilty, like it's nice and soft, like a quilt. Yeah,
or it's probably rugged for like the different weather out or the cold or rain or
right.
Look like they could be very well prepared for the weather state. So I think we've gone over most of the topics I have, which is great. We want to pick them. So you won again last week.
Yay!
Man.
Too bad I can't pick well on a ticket to win money.
I know. Well, listen, I have not been doing well on playing bets. What the one that's been keeping me in the game is that I'm losing all my bets. And then I'm usually doing an in play towards the end of a game so that I just go, okay, I know they're going to win by this much. I'm betting larger money on that. And then it puts me back to even.
And our Knights won. 3-2 in overtime.
Yay! 2 in a row. Let's get it.
About time.
So FYI, also tonight, when we were there, the seats that were behind us where Natalie and Stephanie had sat. They were going for $50 because if you can make your way down to the arena and just wait until the game starts, those tickets drop because whoever's trying to sell them just wants any kind of money.
Yeah.
Like that was row, I think M or L or something like that. And they were $50 tickets.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you have time and just can hang out in the strip and hey, let me just go hit up a game, you could probably find them pretty good price.
Oh yeah. I believe it.
Just a little tidbit of information there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you did win last week. The Kansas City game really got me, and so did that dang Bengals game. Those two, I think, ruined all my tickets.
They've been balling. Them Bengals, I'm telling you, they're an issue.
I mean, I at least thought that the Chiefs could, keep up with the spread, but the way it was just.
Yeah, and not for nothing. How surprising are we on Thursday? We both ate crow on that Browns game. The Browns, they won.
I couldn't believe it.
Not for nothing. I will say this: that quarterback is actually looking a lot better.
Yeah, Case Keenum. I mean, he's been around. We know that.
He actually stepped in the role and facilitated that so well.
Well, and Teddy just wasn't himself either. Teddy wasn't playing good. It was just a different Broncos team that I'd seen the rest of the season. But yeah, Case Keenum came through. I know Jarvis had a couple good plays. But I think Nick Chubb comes back this week too, so that's another good thing for the Browns. They get one of their running backs back because that was. But they had that rookie in Williams, I think it is.
Yeah.
This kid's story, like he had DM'd a lot of the like minor league football teams when he, I think it was 2 years ago when he was trying to go to the draft, he didn't get drafted. He DM'd all these like minor league football teams trying to get on a team, played for one for like 2 years, and next thing you know, he's on the practice squad for the Browns, and now he's starting because all the running backs are gone. And he had like, I think he had two touchdowns maybe or something.
Yeah.
It was an amazing game.
What a breakout game for him.
Oh, so good. Okay, so this weekend we've got Green Bay in Arizona. We already know that Green Bay could be possibly down one, if not two, of the wide receivers. JJ Watt is not going to be playing for the rest of the season. And I think that's all the updates I have for these teams. So Arizona's at home. This is going on, now we're on week 7? They're 6-0.
Yeah, we're heading into week 8.
What do you think?
I'm thinking the Cardinals. I'm gonna roll with
it. Like
keep going till the ship goes down.
Well, I'm gonna go with
Green Bay. So I'm gonna go get them knocked out.
Baker. Yeah, and just give them that. I just feel like I don't think it can happen, but if it can, it's gonna be Green Bay that can do it. No matter what, Rodgers can get you at any time. So as long as the Packers can stay close, it could be done deal. Now, if Arizona gets way ahead, there's no luck there. It's not going to happen. But we'll
have to look at the inside of the defense of Green Bay and just see if their defense steps up and does make some good stops for them. But we'll see.
We got the Bengals at the Jets. I think we pretty much.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and just do those Bengals.
Dang,
new quarterback or not over there in Jets country. It's the Bengals.
I mean, it's Flacco, so there's a possibility, and they are in New Jersey. I find
it highly unlikely. Jamar Chase has been balling. He is breaking epic records for him being who he is. I'm sorry, this guy's on a roll. There's no way. And I'm so blessed that I have him in my fantasy team because he's the only leverage I have at this point.
Yeah. We've got the Titans at Indiana. It's just impossible to stop the Titans right now. If you can stop Derrick Henry, there's a chance.
Right.
But I don't know. The Colts did just come off the win off of San Francisco, but it wasn't like it was a great win. It wasn't a great win over us.
Game. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, gotta go with Tennessee. Yeah.
Yeah, let's try it.
All right. So I think we've got the Rams at Houston. Like I said, Houston's giving away their team, so
the Rams should be a no-brainer on that.
Yeah, I don't see that one happening.
Texans coming in. Poor Texans.
At all.
Poor Texans.
Someone here is rooting for the Giants. All right, we'll see. And Anise said Colts by 10. Okay. Hey, if that happens, I'm all for it. I'm down to see them.
Okay.
I'm down. Pittsburgh at Cleveland. So
I'm rolling with Cleveland. I'm just gonna try it again this week. I
don't think Juju's out. Big Ben doesn't have nothing. I mean, we almost beat them, and that was in Pittsburgh.
TJ Watt is the best thing they've got going on. And like I said, you never know
the best and only thing they got going on.
That's all they have going on. So if they can neutralize him, I think we'll be fine. And I'm going to go for the dog pound on this one.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Philly at Detroit. God, these are just some terrible games.
Just because I feel bad for Jalen Hurts, I'm going to roll with Philly on this one. But I have a sneaky suspicion the Lions are going to take this game.
I'm going to go with the Lions. Because Goff didn't do so bad against the Rams last weekend. They hung in there.
They did hang in there, but I knew it wasn't going to be enough. But they did. They started out really good. I watched that. But poor Jalen, I think this is going to be, lunch money. His parents have talked to him. The principal has gone in and talked to the other students. Don't pick on Jalen. Jalen is probably going to kind of go back into his room and reassess why his lunch money got stolen and not let it happen again. He's going to be watching Cobra Kai marathons to get his edge back.
And he said Tomlin's going to USC. Didn't he already address this?
No, Tomlin is not going to USC.
I never say never ever, but
I'm saying never. Yeah.
He said those
Yeah,
boosters don't got big enough blank checks for it.
they don't. And not to mention, he made a very valid point. How come they're not reaching out to the Andy Reids and the other veteran coaches and the Belichicks and stuff? Why are you not asking them about going to some college thing?
Why not?
And that was all on Carson Palmer. Like, why would Carson Palmer put that out there? USC alum.
Carson Palmer is
former Raider, former Cardinal, but you can't do that. Why would you pick Tomlin out of all these people? Like, that's insulting a little bit, in my opinion. Like, and that's how you took it too.
It's $12 million and it'll go.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. We got a viewer, Big Task. Your Lipstone, the great mask you got on.
Yeah, they're not going to move. Man, if they moved, I think this mask would be even more creepier than what it already is.
That would be crazy.
It would be crazy. Yeah.
All right. Sam, we got the 49ers at the Bears. Of course, Bears, Khalil Mack also may be not playing. He's got injured during the last game.
He's out.
It's official?
Playing.
Okay.
It's official. He's not playing. Yeah. That's all they have.
Can Crybaby got my lunch stolen Fields make it against the 49ers aren't exactly doing great either, but they had some crazy weather that caused a really bad game and poor performance anyway.
He's another one. The principal called him in at the parent conference. He was going to watch Cobra Kai like Jalen. He's going to get his mojo back and try to get stronger and not feel like he's getting picked on. And
I'm saying,
and his sack lunches probably won't be stolen as badly. But this is an issue for them. They're going to go with it. They still keeping him in. They're just saying this is just kind of that. Hard. I hate to say it. It's
what
kind
we're
of like
doing.
wish you had Andy Dalton, at this point, but it's just not enough.
Well, I'm gonna roll with Chicago just because I hate the Niners, and that's my only reason.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
How about you?
Well, I got to go with the Niners. I'm trying to win this thing, so I'm not, doing that.
Okay. I hear.
But I really believe that both Jalen and Justin Fields, their lunch monies won't get taken too badly this week. Jeez. Raiders came in there and up on the board.
Carolina at Atlanta. Atlanta came with a surprise win against Miami last week. I was like, hold up, wait. I had no idea. I didn't see it in them. Now they're at home. They got Carolina Panthers. Sam Darnold is back and should be starting this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with the Carolina. That's all I gotta say about that. I don't see much in Atlanta. That poor team too. I can't say much because my team's poor team too. So I don't know.
Any given Sunday, I'm just gonna go off the opposite and see if it's just happened some miracle that they win.
Okay.
Just on
Miami at Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo.
Yeah. You just can't stop these guys too. They're everywhere. Defense, offense. This is a great team. It's a great full team. Patriots.
No one's stopping Josh Allen right now.
It's almost impossible, it seems like.
Yeah.
Between trick plays and everything in between. Like, how do you...
Stephon Diggs is balling. Yeah, you can't do anything.
Patriots at the Chargers.
God dog it.
I love Herbert.
I'll take a L on this week if I have to, and I pick the Patriots. But I know good and doggone well that Justin Herbert has just been a monster. But he's in our division, and I need him to lose on a bye week while we're not.
See, you do the same thing I did.
I know. Well, I'm doing it. I gotta go with New England. I know realistically that ain't the thing, but you never know. And with the Raiders on a bye week, I don't need them taking our number one spot. We're number one right now in the AFC West.
I got to go get one of these Chargers games before the tickets.
You go catch us off a bye week to sneak in and get our number one spot. I want y'all to lose badly.
Damn.
I need a man to go down, not permanently, just go down for the game for a little bit. Come back next week. Yeah.
All right, Jacksonville at Seattle. If we can't beat Jacksonville, here's the deal. If we can't beat Jacksonville, it's official. It's a wrap.
How many wardrobe changes did you do that game? Or how many wardrobe changes do you think?
And maybe that was the problem. I didn't do any wardrobe changes.
See that? Yeah.
I literally was just like, I'm over this. I'm over it. I was just like, I just got frustrated. I was mad. I was hungry. It was all the above.
You didn't keep with the tradition.
Anise, if Gino doesn't get a win this week, there's going to be some major issues around my parts. So who you
Well, I'm
got?
gonna roll with Seattle for you guys.
Okay. I mean, you don't got to roll for me. You can just, if you
No,
feel
I'm doing
Jacksonville's
it.
gonna
I
do
mean,
it.
I don't think Jacksonville. I mean, they score. They just can never
Yeah.
close. They're not that good when it comes to finishing. So, therefore, you guys still got, even with the DK force of madness, you still got him out there.
I can't wait to hear the
drifting off.
commentary at the game just to see if the announcers say anything or if there's anything happens.
Now, I will say this: if that foursome messes him up where he cannot play, he needs to no longer do foursomes.
Make it a threesome.
Especially if you're 5 minutes.
Stop being greedy. Stop being greedy,
Yeah, that was
DK.
greedy. How many minutes was that? I wonder?
15.
5, 10, 15, 20, 5 for.
But I'm sure he
minutes?
can't keep the 5 minutes up the whole time. So it's probably 5, then 4, then 3.
I don't know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Injection, fellas.
You're crazy.
Okay. Washington football team at Denver.
Oh, I'm gonna go with my WFT because I don't want those Broncos in my division to win. I'm a hater. I like Teddy,
Man.
but no. You know,
And I
realistically,
do like the
Denver's probably gonna win this game.
Washington, but it's like Denver needs to win this game because they just lost last week, and then they're back at home. So I feel like, and I'm sure Teddy got a mean talking to.
Oh, after
I'm
the
gonna go with
Raiders?
Denver. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not the
Sure.
Raiders. They lost last week against the
No, that's 2 weeks
Browns.
in
Remember
a
that
row.
was the Browns game.
Oh yeah,
No,
that's
that was
right.
the Browns
But no,
game.
I mean, I know. I'm saying with the Raiders, they lost.
Oh, yeah.
and-
Mhm.
yeah. So he probably got that was 2 losses in a row.
Yeah. So
And
the
either way,
Bucks
that's at home.
at the Saints. I wonder if Mark Ingram will be back in time to play that game. Not that it really matters.
It doesn't matter. It's the Bucks. I'm gonna roll with Saints are my second team. I'll go with who dat, but I know Bucks are gonna.
Are you sure you don't have to go with who dat?
I know, but
If that's what you want.
no, I want the Bucks. Go ahead and put me down for the
Okay.
Bucks. I got to be realistic. We know
Watch
what's
New
gonna
Orleans
happen.
beat. Watch New Orleans. win.
It might. They might. They might.
Yeah. All right. The Dallas Cowboys are back after a bye week against Minnesota.
I'm going with the Vikings. Hate the Cowboys.
Me too.
I need that snap to break too. I'm gonna roll with Minnesota.
I'll do it.
Sorry,
too.
Steph.
I've told people the only person I'm actually going to cheer for on the Dallas Cowboys is Trayvon Diggs. That's the only person.
But if you
He
cheer for
sold
him, you
me-
cheer for the whole
He's-
team.
But no, I'm just cheering for him defensively. So he can have a good defensive play. But that means Dak and Zeke and whoever else can choke for all I care.
That's true. But he makes them better and gives them hyped up. So I feel like I don't need none of them.
But I
to
just
be
appreciate and
successful,
plus
but I
the
like him.
rookie. So doesn't mean he's going to stay there because we all know that once them rookies get their first contact, they're usually trying to bounce or go wherever. But I'm sure he'll want to stay in Dallas.
Yeah.
Even though
Yeah.
Aiden thinks that Dak is Patrick Mahomes. Whatever.
Yeah, that's okay.
New York Giants at Kansas City. We love you, Steph. We just hate your team.
I had the angry emoji for her. No boys. No boy. Y'all think y'all going to the Super Bowl this year, don't you?
Every year.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
Giants in Kansas City. Sunday night football or Monday night football.
Giants.
So the
Giants.
Dallas Cowboys game is Sunday night football, and then the Giants at Kansas City is Monday night football.
I need that Giants. I need everybody in the division to take a L while the Raiders are on a bye week.
I mean, I gotta go with KC. Like, you
Of
can't
course.
lose this many games and then go back home. Like, how are they
Madden
not
curse.
throwing stones out there right now at these players?
Madden
Like, I
curse.
feel
It
like-
doesn't matter if he's in the Red Kingdom or not. Madden curse. We're gonna ride this out to the end of October.
Unbelievable.
We go into
So,
November 1st, and yeah,
unbelievable.
I need them all to lose during our bye week.
Yeah.
Madden
Mo, do you want
curse.
to take off your mask so that everybody can just see you beautifully anyways, or no? Keep it on.
I
We're
mean,
about to end our show. just so you can say hi. That somebody was
Hello.
actually, I wasn't talking to a robot all day, all evening, that there was somebody back there. And show off your beautiful face so we can say hello and say hi.
My
Because we
beautiful
did have some
face,
new
my
viewers
glow.
today, so I want to make sure that people get to see who you are, that we're
Well,
not
hopefully they
always.
see me. I should have left it on for the
great.
mystery of next week so they could see.
Well, that too. Just come back. We appreciate everybody.
Come back. We
thank you
appreciate all the
again
new viewers.
for watching, for sharing. Feel free to still share because it'll keep replaying on all of the channels. Find us on Facebook, on Twitter.
Yeah.
Subscribe to us on YouTube, and you can follow us on Instagram as well. So we appreciate you. Happy Halloween. Be safe.
Happy Halloween.
Watch out for that candy, because if you don't know what you get,
especially that candy corn. I am not a fan. Don't want any of that.
I'm saying
Trick or
just that you
treat,
couldn't believe
trick
he
or
had the
treat.
mask on the whole time.
I know. I was sweating in the little mask.
But
It was like,
she's used to masks. Like, you have your mask on at work.
no,
all
this
day.
was like I was on the whiz and it was like coming off like, can you feel a brand new day? Can you feel a brand new day?
You're
And I was
ridiculous.
sweating. I was like, oh.
That's so funny. All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate you. We thank you. And we will see you next week. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Scary eyes.